I know a lot of guys are like, when they get into a relationship or they get into a marriage, it's like, once they start pooling their money together, then you're exactly right, Aaron. It's like, that's when women go, oh, well, what's mine is mine and what's his is mine. And so the collective of the, that big pot of cash that they all put into, that's when women believe that they are, not only are they the authority in the relationship and in the marriage, they are the authority of the financial decisions. And this bears out in statistics as well. Like I've talked about this in that infographic that I bring up every once in a while, how over the course of a marriage, of modern like Western marriages, 90% of the financial decisions that are made by that family are made by the wife. She's the one that's like decides, this is the kind of car we're going to get. This is the vacation we're going to take. This is the house we're going to buy. This is where we're going to be, that kind of stuff. All of those sort of life decisions that revolve around money, 90% of those are made by women.
And when it comes to the joint part, like what money do you guys share?
That's the lion's share. I mean, what we need to, like, if we're gonna save up for a house, if we're gonna do, if we're going to make it, like, I make investments, because I'm the investment guy. Like, my wife doesn't know anything about the stock market. She doesn't know anything about crypto. She doesn't know anything about that. So I'm the one that makes those decisions, and that money comes out of our money, and sometimes my money too. Like, if I want to put, like if John says, hey, get into Ethereum, I might go, okay, here, well, I'll throw my money out real quick just as a test kind of thing. But so when it comes to investments and when it comes to retirement, that's on me. But as far as like paying the mortgage, paying the rent, that kind of stuff, it's like I leave that to her primarily because she's a list maker and she's a worrier. So she wants to know where that stuff is going and how it's going out. And as a result, I have to sort of be involved in that as well. So it's like there's the financial and economic type things that I take care of. We both take care of together. Then there's the things that I only take care of in it. So it's kind of like a partnership, but I'm also sort of like my own entity from within that.
Got it. So it's like you have three corporations. You have the business of Mr. Tomassi, Mrs. Tomassi, and then the marriage itself. Now, when it comes to contributions to the shared pool, for things like investments, retirement, housing, stuff like that, do you contribute 50-50? Do you contribute as a percentage of your income?
We have separate. We don't have a joint 401k. We don't have a joint retirement fund. We don't have joint like IRAs. It's in my name most of them are in my name. Then there's her stuff too, because of her career and the stuff that she does as well. And so it's not like we went and said, okay, this is how we're going to do it. It's just, that's how the cards fell out. That's just how we started doing it. And it seemed to work. And so that's basically just what I went with. So, but I do know what you're saying, because I remember when I was moving funds from one financial brokership over to another. And if you move over, and maybe Aaron knows something about this, maybe this is a United States thing, I'm not really sure, but if you move a large amount of money from your retirement fund into another, like if you go from like, T. Rowe Price or something into something else, and you move like $200,000 or like $500,000 over, they will say, is your wife aware of this? Does your wife know that you're moving this money over? And it's like, if they don't ask that, or if they don't get like a signed permission slip from your wife, they won't do that. And it's not necessarily because it's a legal thing. It's they're covering their ass because they don't want to be sued for it, for not having asked that. So it's not like there's some law on the books. It's just their policy, because they probably in the past have been sued by guys who are moving their money away from like one account in preparation to divorce that woman, so that money is free and clear, which is kind of ridiculous, because a savvy attorney is going to be able to get to that anyways.
Yeah, they have a thing here called fraudulent conveyance, and they can turn back the clock 2 years. So if you did anything fraudulently to like move money to hide it from creditors, from your partner in a divorce or anything like that, make sure you start that like 3 years ahead of time instead of 2 years.
I thought that was interesting, because it's like there's this financial, like I had never run across that before, and me being Rollo Tomassi, it's like I'm going, really, is that a law? And they're like, no, it's not a law, it's just our policy. And then I remember I was at the same time,
lawyers made that policy up.
Exactly. I was experiencing that, and then I had somebody else tell me like they were going to get a vasectomy, and the doctor wouldn't do it unless his wife said, you got to have a permission slip from your wife to get a vasectomy, because she has to know that.
Yeah. Like it makes sense if you're trying to list your house for sale, and you don't want, like, or or to put like a line of credit against your house. Like if you're in a matrimonial home, you know, for example, you need the consent of the other person to borrow against the house. But I mean, like you think something like a vasectomy, you could just get that done as an adult. But in today's world, in many places,
no, it's not.
Nope. You need the permission of your partner. Does she need your permission to get a boob job though?
Probably not.
Right.